Dapper Don Podcast. Dapper Don Podcast. This is your boy Dapper Don Diggs.
Let's switch gears and let's talk about the boy Gunna. Now, Gunna, I wasn't really on dog like that. I'm not really on this new era like that. If I gotta just be all the way genuine, all the way honest with you, I don't really connect with what they talk about within their music. But, it's important to somebody. It's popular to somebody. And if you reaching somebody, you'll never get a complaint out of me because, music is meant to help. Apparently, he went platinum. I didn't know he go platinum. Him and Lil Baby be going platinum. Because it kind of looked like to me Lil Baby was the hot one. He was the big cheese. But a year later, Gunna's Wanna, that's the name of the album, Wanna, spelled like Gunna but with a W, album just went platinum. It had songs like Skybox in it, and apparently this is his sophomore album, so I'm assuming he's saying his first project went platinum as well. So this is a year later. He signed with YSL Records, but I believe he got some kind of management with QC going on. And this just really showed me that, we're coming into a new era of music. And it's tough to judge the first 2-3 years of how a decade is shape out. Because if you would have judged the first 2-3 years of how, the last decade would shape out, you would have thought, Ace Hood and Waka Flocka would have been the hottest acts of this decade. You wouldn't have seen Cole coming. You wouldn't have seen Drake. You wouldn't have seen Kendrick. You wouldn't have seen... We clearly seen it, right? That was our age group. That was our age group. They was, they was hitting the college campuses. They was, the Dat Pips. They was where we was at. So we knew they was bubbling. We knew Currency was hot. We knew Mac Miller was hot. We knew Wiz Khalifa was hot. We seen these things. But as far as the mainstream goes, if you just watched the mainstream, you wouldn't have seen the roster that did become, I guess, the new era legends. But how sustainable do you think this Gunna thing is? Lil Baby seems to have sold us on a story. I don't quite feel like I know who Gunna is. Maybe you know him. Maybe this is just me being 32 years old. That's a thing now. I'm willing to admit that there's just a thing of being out of touch. But who is this guy? What does he stand for? Like, what is... I know he's from Atlanta, and I know he likes to get fly. He likes to get fresh. How long can that sell? How long can that work? As far as you go, I think Roddy Ricch is in the same, predicament. It's easy when you're selling the story of a gangster, right? Because when you're selling the story of a gangster, you can just kind of recycle the same branding. You can just follow a generic blueprint, and hopefully people feel you. But when you look at DMX, right? We just buried DMX a week ago. His music is now starting to come back in the streaming. It's coming back. I've been still listening to it, but it's starting to get more ads on playlists. Because it's a story. If you never knew who DMX was and you digged into his discography, you fell in love with a catalog. There's some young, 13, 14-year-old who heard his favorite artist say, "Rest in peace, DMX." He's like, "What's a DMX?" And looked it up. And he just found a whole catalog of music that's going to change his life. I don't know if this Gunna guy has that. I'm not hating on him, man. It's just something that I saw, and I was like, oh, they got platinum artists that I heard him on a Chris Brown song, but like I said, I don't quite know his story. When you look at Lil Baby, you kind of know Lil Baby's story. You feel like and he also has an emotional connection with you. And I'm gonna get into what they got going on too later on, but right now